The frequency, the vibrational frequency of a question is different than the frequency of the answer. The frequency of the problem is different than the frequency of the solution. So, of course, you're going to uncover problems and questions. That's the whole point of sifting through contrast. It's necessary for expansion. But what we would like to encourage you to do is not get so carried away in your justification of the reason for the solution. You just don't have to explain it to anybody. Knowing that you want it is enough. If this time-space reality has the wherewithal to produce within you clarity of desire, it is our absolute promise to you that it has the wherewithal to give you the actualization of that desire. No exceptions ever. No exceptions ever. If you can want it, you can have it. But you've got to achieve the frequency of what you want. You can't be sad about not having enough money and let the money flow because you're blocking it. So step one says you got to want it. You got to focus upon it. And contrast causes you to do that all day, every day. Step two says what is asked is given every single time. But here's the part of that you don't like. It's given to you in vibrational form. And you say, well, whoop-de-doo. I can't spend that. I can't vacation with that. And we say, but you have to accept that it is given to you in vibrational form, and then you've got to figure out somehow, some way to become a vibrational match to that vibrational frequency. And when you do, so here's the story we like to explain to you. You are here in your physical body after having come from non-physical. The non-physical part of you still remains non-physically focused. You sift through the contrast. You're lovely and very good at it. And as you focus in your life, you give birth to all kinds of new intentions, which we all revel in because the expansion of the universe is all about that. So you're launching all of these rockets of desire that are being held in this vibrational reality. We've been calling it your vortex. It's this spinning reality that law of attraction is holding together. And all cooperative components are being assembled about everything that you want. The question is, when are you going to be a cooperative component to your own intentions? And the answer to that is as soon as you stop complaining, as soon as you stop missing it, as soon as you stop having conversations about what's going wrong, as soon as you stop joining those blogs or those television programs that are beating the drum of what's gone wrong all the time. It's all right to do that a little bit because it causes expansion in your society and in you as an individual. But when you spend so many hours active in the vibration of unwanted, you prevent the solution that has already been rounded up by law of attraction in your vortex. You prevent that solution from revealing itself to you, better said, from you being in a position where you can receive the revelation, the realization, the actualization of that. So step one is you ask. Step two is source answers. Step three is you got to line up with it. So we've been calling that the art of allowing. And it is an art, friend. You have to practice it. It's something that will be with you always. You're not this alignment with source, this alignment with what you want. It's not like your college diploma where once you've got it, you've got it. It isn't like that. It either is or it isn't in the moment. And you can tell by the way you feel how you're doing with that, you see. So here's all this stuff. It's amassed. It's in your vortex. It's there for you. We see it. We love it. We benefit from it. We thank you for putting it there. We revel in the expansion of the universe, while you often complain that it hasn't shown up yet in the way you want it to. So you've got to find some way of positioning yourself vibrationally so that what's in your vortex can come to where you are. So we are presenting to you, we've been doing it for a while, and we're writing the book, The Grid, so that you can get the sense of the grid meaning your point of attraction. Because you've created a vibrational version of you that is beautiful to behold. But most of you are not even coming close to living the vibrational version that you have created because you're so busy, we love you so much, sloppily observing anything and everything around you, rather than deliberately preparing your point of attraction, deliberately preparing your grid so that what's in the vortex can flow into it. And when it starts flowing, oh, you know it. It flows with ideas. It flows with energy, vitality, we mean. But it also flows with rendezvous. It flows with things just seeming to come out of the blue. It flows with phone contacts. It flows with money coming to you in unexpected ways. It flows to you in promotions. It flows to you in good impulses when you drive. It flows to you in bodily conditions. It flows to you in physical vitality. It flows. Your grid is filling in all the time. But when you have deliberately sifted through data, when you have consciously launched a rocket, when you have consciously acknowledged that you want this thing that you don't yet have, but you believe you can have it because you know the laws of the universe, and you believe in your ability to focus yourself into a grid perspective that will allow the movement of it from the vortex into your reality, because you know all of these things now, when contrast comes, you say, oh good, more rockets to launch. And as the rockets are launching, you say, oh, that felt good. Can't hold it because I'm not used to practicing it. Oh, it felt really good. That doesn't feel so good anymore. I really liked wanting that for a minute till I realized I don't have it. Do you remember those fresh desires when you were kids before your parents crushed your dreams? Do you remember when you believed in your own ability to create? Do you remember when you thought the world was on your side before so many convinced you that they weren't? That fresh flowing of desire. We want to help you to restore yourself to that. So you launch this rocket of desire, and then you recognize, because now you're more sensitive, you know that you want it, but you're not in alignment with it. And every thought that you think that contradicts what you want will give you an emotional feedback that will let you to know, this is what I'm doing. This is that thing I do. Right here, right now, I'm catching myself in the act. Jerry and Esther had chickens years ago, and they remember going out to the hen house one night. They'd forgotten to close it up. They like to close it up at night so that things didn't come and eat the eggs in the night. And there was a possum in the nest with egg all over its face. He looked so guilty. So negative emotion is you catching yourself in the act with egg all over your face. That you are in this moment defeating, that's too strong a word, well, we'll use it anyway, defeating, trampling, killing, pulling the wings off the flies of your desires. In other words, it's what you're doing. You're holding yourself in vibrational dissonance with the very things that you want, and the negative emotion is your glorious indicator that you're doing it now. You're doing it now. Esther's got easy buttons all over the house. That was easy, that was easy, that was easy, that was easy, that was easy. She's thinking about getting one. You're doing it now. You're doing it now because you are aware, when you will know what negative emotion means, that you are in that place where you are not holding it off forever, not defeating it, but certainly slowing it down. Slowing what down? Slowing down your ability to stand. You begin again. You have created a grid, because there is one, you're standing in the middle of your grid all the time. You've created a grid that is keeping you from being keenly aware of the most productive, most fun, path of least resistance step toward whatever things that you are wanting that are in your vortex. You see how it works? You are the creator of your own reality. You are the vibrator of your own being. You are the discerner and the decider and the accomplisher of your own point of attraction. And it is so much fun when you deliberately sift through the contrast. Yay, stuff to choose from. You launch a rocket, and even though you can't hold it necessarily the first time, you know you can work your way around to that because there are endless processes to help you do that. And then when you finally accomplish that alignment with what you want, and the energy starts moving, and we love the word momentum. You feel the momentum of forces moving to assist you in the accomplishing of what you want. And this is the most important thing that we want to call your attention to. Because often, as humans, we love you very much. You think you want to launch the desire and you want to get it. Boom, boom, boom. I want to know what I want it, I want to launch it, I want to line up, and I want to get it. And we say, yes, you do, and we want that for you, we want that for you, we want that for you. But we love the process of life. We love the process, the delicious process of choosing, and the delicious process of launching the rocket, and the delicious process of knowing that you're not keenly in alignment with it, or maybe not even close to it. And then the process of deliberately lining up with it. And then the conscious awareness of following your impulses, that intuition, that feeling of flow, that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of walking on air, that feeling of knowing that you can do no wrong, that feeling of all things working out for you. And then the manifestation. Because life is not about wanting and getting it, wanting it 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 and getting it. It's about wanting it and making your way to the receiving of it, you see. Sort of like orgasms. Well, at least you understand that. You say, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's good. Just hit me. Boom. Over. You know about savoring. What about food? Do you like that intravenous feeding? Quicker, more efficient, get all the nutritions. Or do you like to roll it around in your mouth a little bit, you see? We think that you want to savor life, and that's what you came for. You came for the deliciousness of this life, not for the accomplishment of it. You can't stop accomplishing it. You cannot stop being the creator of your own reality, and you can never get away from us. You can never extract yourself from the love of source. You can never remove yourself from it. But you can get yourself in a vibrational sequence that causes you not to be aware of how blessed you are, or how loved you are, or how worthy you are, or how valuable you are, or how much you are appreciated for your part in this joyous, expanding, co-creative universe. So, we've enjoyed this conversation very much. Now, what? We're eager to talk to you about anything. There is nothing off limits. You'll notice a magnificent unfolding. It really is co-creating at its best. We will choose you in a sort of order that will help it to unfold. This meeting happened before your physical bodies were dragged here by you or your friend. All right. Stand if you think it's you. All right, in the far back, yes. You are the one.